This morning, the FAA is investigating a terrifying situation in the sky that sent 25 people to the hospital. This is the moment a Delta flight finally touched down last night after severe turbulence. The flight was meant to go from Salt Lake City to Amsterdam, but it had to be diverted to Minneapolis. One passenger posted online the plane, quote, flipped on its side, and the flight attendants and drink cart were thrown around the cabin. Paramedics met the plane on the tarmac, taking those injured people to the hospital. According to emergency dispatch audio, passengers suffered broken bones. In a statement, Delta says, quote, we are grateful for the support of all emergency responders involved.
Ooh, terrifying. All right, staying in the skies, today is day 2 of the NTSB hearings into the deadly midair collision in January between an Army helicopter and an American Airlines flight. It happened near Washington's Reagan National Airport. 67 people were killed. Victim family members were at the hearing as new video and other evidence was released. Kris Van Cleave has the story. Kris, good morning.
Well, good morning. It was a dramatic and long day for those families. The board met for nearly 11 hours, and they were critical of the Army and the FAA, essentially for missing warning signs for years. We saw family members wipe tears as a dramatic new video played. Our clearest view yet of the tragedy over the Potomac marked the start of the NTSB's 3-day investigative hearing into January's midair collision.
Every sign was there that there was a safety risk. Are you kidding me? 67 people are dead. How do you explain that?
For the families in attendance, it was an emotional event.
Talk to me about just how this loss has impacted you and your families.
I mean, so many ways. It's just a void. It's a void in our lives. We are living a nightmare, truly.
Cindy Elliott and Rachel Steen lost their nephew. Lovey Stovall's son was also killed in the crash.
We know it won't bring them back, but we want accountability, and there needs to be major changes across the board.
The hearing is focused on investigators' unanswered questions. At the time of the crash, the helicopter should have been flying below 200 feet, but it was at least 70 feet higher. Investigators are focused on potentially inaccurate altitude readings from the Black Hawk they found in testing could be off by as much as 130 feet.
How significant is 100 feet in this case?
It's significant in this case. Helicopter Route 4, which went along the Potomac, in that area, we calculated that the margin of error was 75 feet. So a 100-foot difference is significant.
The Army confirmed flight tracking technology most aircraft use daily was turned off. Legislation introduced this week would require that to change.
Make no mistake, there cannot be a double standard in aviation safety.
Newly released transcripts from the airplane's cockpit voice recorder show the pilots received an automated verbal warning about traffic in their vicinity approximately 20 seconds before the collision. Less than 2 seconds before impact, the pilots shouted out an alarm. Flight data indicates they tried to climb aggressively in an attempt to avoid the helicopter. Tim Lilly's son Sam was the airliner's co-pilot.
Sam was a good pilot, and he would have been trying to fly that aircraft all the way to the bottom.
Flight data from the black box on board the helicopter indicates the pilots may have never seen that they were on a collision course with that airplane, even into the last moments before the impact. The FAA, we learned, had a working group looking at air traffic control issues around Washington Reagan Airport. They even talked about moving those helicopter routes away from the airport. That action was never taken, Adriana.
Oh, Kris, each detail is more difficult than the last. Thank you so much for all that reporting.